listening to the Dynasty Overload podcast.
What up? It's your boy Raz, man. Hey, listen, guys. Been busy today, so I'm coming to you from the car. So let's get right into it, guys. We got these week 2 pickups. Let's get right to the information. Let's not play no games. You know how we do on Dynasty Overload. Check it out. So, if you like me, you're starting to see clearly that the preseason is neat. The preseason is way more important than we thought, and then a lot of people in the NFL thought. I think they're seeing now, hey, we might want to invest a little bit more in preseason. So I think that's a big thing, because I don't even think that our week 2 pickups is as drastic as our week 3 picks was going to be. I don't think we learned as much about these teams as we really need to have learned. I'm not very comfortable with it. I doubt that you guys are too. So I think we're going to learn even more about people in their different roles this next week. So guys, let's get right into this thing. Let's talk about these week 2 pickups. I know it's kind of late, but I wanted to get you guys right. I wanted to get in there. All right. So we're gonna speed through. My number 1 pickup, and listen, guys, this is a dynasty podcast, but it's also for redraft too. So for the first week, I kind of just mixed them all in. Hey, Dynasty guys, you know what to do. So you know if this applies to you or not. And redraft guys, you kind of know the same, all right? And I'll try to point some of that out as I go, okay? But I got 10, though, so here we go. My number 1 is Puka Nuka. I'm not sure if I'm saying that guy's name right, but Puka Nuka, however you say his name, whoever that guy is for the Rams, that's my number 1 pickup. That's the guy I want on my team more than everybody else. Now, I do believe, and if you're sitting here thinking to yourself, hey, he's basically playing the same role that a Cooper Kupp is playing, and that, hey, when Kupp gets back, then, what are we going to do now? I get that. That's a fair deal. But who's to say when Kupp is coming back? Sorry, guys, I'm adjusting this camera. Who's to say when Kupp is coming back? Who's to say? I don't know. Do you know? So we don't know when Kupp is coming back. And the other thing is, when Kupp comes back, this guy is still going to have a role. He is still going to have a role. So my number 1 is Puka Nuka. My number 2 is going to be Kenneth Gainwell. Reason being is because he's the only back you can trust in that backfield. And that backfield is that backfield is probably gonna be a top 5 rushing backfield. Okay. Again, this year it's gonna be a top 5, top 10 rushing backfield. Guaranteed. It's one of those weird things to where they don't have a great back, but they do have, the pieces because of the quarterback to be a great rushing team. And Kenneth Gainwell looks like the top head of that monster. So give me Kenneth Gainwell, and listen, he's not gone everywhere. So there's a few places you can still get him. So give me Kenneth Gainwell. I'm liking Gainwell. All right. My number 3 is going to be Tyler Algier. All right. Now, for a lot of Dynasty guys, you're going to say, hey, he's not out there. If he's not, then okay. Redraft guys, I think he's out there in a lot of redraft leagues. And if he is out there in your Dynasty, please take Tyler Algier. Because I know there was a few dynasties that I saw with short benches, and guys were just like, he's not going to do this. He's not going to do that. Hey, I'm liking Tyler. Because I think that he's going to have that role the entire time that Arthur Smith, the coach, is there, and the entire and maybe the entire time Bijan Robinson's there. Excuse me, guys. And I'm thinking maybe they're not going to burn up the tread on Bijan by doing that. All right. My number 4, going back to the Rams, Tutu Atwell. Reason for this, because for one, Tutu is big play. So if you're in a league that rewards you for like big plays, 50-yard touchdowns and stuff like that, I think Tutu has a good chance because Matthew Stafford looked good. Matthew Stafford looked good out there. So listen, do that. Take that as however you will. The other thing is, once Cooper Cup comes back, they may not want two guys doing the same two things on the field at the same time or in all the same sets. So your Tutu Atwell might eventually be your outside guy, your big shot guy, your changeup guy. So they may always want Tutu out there with one of those guys. So look for that too, unless they're just running the ball. All right, number 5 for me is going to be Kendrick Bourne. It's going to be Kendrick Bourne. Listen, I was watching that Patriots game, and one of the things the announcer said, and I was thinking the same thing. That's how I know we was on the same page. He said, that's their number 1 receiver. He said, I think they found their number 1. If you can find a number 1 receiver off of waivers, that's why you do this. That's where you can pick them up at. Now, the thing about Kendrick Bourne is, listen, Kendrick Bourne's not new to the NFL. So Kendrick Bourne has a history. So where he might look like Superman today, he might go back to being Clark Kent next week. So that's why he's not like number 1 or anything like that. But I think that's a good chance, a good swing. If I see Kendrick Bourne out there, hey, I'm gonna take a swing at him. I like Kendrick Bourne. All right, number 6 is going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie. I'm just putting these two guys up there. You kind of move them in however you think they are. I think they could be either. I think they can be tit for tat, and you can make a case for either one being better, being over the other one. And I'm gonna make those cases for you. So it's going to be Hunter Henry and Hayden Hurst. Okay, I value these guys right at the same. I do want them on my team. I think these guys are going to be point getters. Now, Hayden Hurst, you can say, you can make him the guy over Hunter. You can say, well, Hayden is the dedicated number 1 number 1 tight end there. Rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks love going to their tight ends, and you can make that case, and that you can say that's why he's over Henry, because Henry does have to contend with Mike Gesicki, who the Patriots paid out there, right? All right. But you can also make the case for Hunter Henry, because you can say, look at Hunter Henry's last year and the year before. Hunter Henry puts up points consistently, right? Hunter Henry also already has a relationship established with Mac Jones, correct? So these are reasons that, you can also make a case for Hunter Henry. So I'm saying this. You find your reasons or the thing that you like, something that you like better about either one, and you make your decision. I think that they're both going to be around the same. So I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I like those guys. Number 7 is going to be Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, because, Austin Eckler gets a lot of work. And I know they want to have somebody reliable that they feel like can take those extra touches, so they don't have to put so much on Austin Eckler. I think that Josh Kelly is going to be, it was showed us at least the first week, that he's going to be that guy. And the other thing is, Austin Eckler's hurt. Who's going to take all that work? Who else can they trust in that backfield? Who else has shown anything? Joshua Kelly has. So I like Joshua Kelly. And another thing is, we all know that they want to replace Austin Eckler. I'm not saying that Joshua Kelly is a candidate, because, once again, he's not a new guy. We've seen him before. We've seen this movie before. It's a rerun. And guess what? And the last time the movie wasn't that good. So I'm not sitting here saying that, hey, he's going to be the replacement. But I am saying he has the potential, kind of. It would be hard for me to see him actually being the replacement, but maybe for this year he could be if there was an injury. So, hey, that's worth something. That's a lot of points. Joshua Kelly, RB1. See. All right, moving to the next one. Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams is number 8 on my list. The reason Kyren Williams is number 8 on my list is because his pass catching ability, his third down role. Because I don't think Cam Akers is good. Because even though I think Cam Akers is a way better athlete than him, I think Cam Akers is a better runner than Kyren Williams. I think Kyren Williams is maybe a better football player than Cam Akers. And that makes a difference. And what I mean by that is, somebody on the field that does the right thing, knows where to go. He can play on all the downs, so he can catch the ball and he can run the ball. Kyron Williams' problem is he's small and he's slow. You're small, you're slow, you're not super athletic, but he can be a football player. And what I mean, like he might be a better football player than Cam Akers. And what I mean by that is just, hey, the know-how, the certain skills as far as, blocking, catching, running, bringing more to the table than the Cam Akers, who, if he can't outrun you, he can't do that great. If he can't do that, then he doesn't do anything else. So I'm taking Kyron Williams here, and I think Kyron Williams is pretty good. As far as, a third down running back can be. And listen, but that can get you points. I got you 14 week 1, but I think he can be a consistent 10 points. And listen, that's worth something, especially in your flexes and in your bye weeks. All right. Number 9 is going to be Zay Jones. Zay Jones. All right. Listen, guys have been talking to me about my takes, especially Mr. Manny. Been talking to me about my takes, who I got wrong, what I wasn't right about, blase, blase, blase. Not much. So you haven't heard too much. So I have heard a little bit. One of my takes was early in the offseason was talking about Zay Jones and how I thought that Zay Jones was going to maintain his role. Roll the tape, Mr. Manny. Roll the tape back. I said it a long time ago. I thought Zay Jones was going to maintain his role. I did say that. I didn't think it was going to come at the cost of Christian Kirk. But I think I may have even said that. I may have said that Christian Kirk is a slide. That may have been what I was telling Sheila. Regardless of that, doesn't matter right now. Zay Jones is going to have a role in this offense. Is he going to get touchdowns every week? I'm not saying that. I am saying that he is a receiver that is getting on the field, and we can tell that this week there was receivers that we thought were going to do some things that didn't do nothing. I'm speaking to and receivers that got hurt. I'm speaking to the Jerry Jeudy owners. I'm speaking to the Deontay Johnson owners. Get your receiver that you know is going to get on the field and have a role in a high volume passing offense. That's worth the price of admission there. All right, number 10 is going to be another tie. It's going to be Justice Hill and Gus Edwards. Listen, you feel like one of these guys has to do something. If I'm leaning towards one, it's going to probably be Gus Edwards because I don't think Justice Hill is good. I've tried to ride that train too many times. And listen, and in that offense, and Lamar Jackson might make one of these guys a superstar. I just don't know it. Can't believe it. But I would take a stab at these guys. If I miss out on everybody else, then I'm taking a stab on one of these guys, no problem. So that's going to be my pickups. Like I said, if I'm going to lean towards one, it's going to be Gus Edwards. That's going to be my pickups. Hey guys, I got something for you. And I know for the redraft guys, I didn't really talk about quarterbacks because hey, we in Dynasty we play in mostly super flex leagues, but I think that the quarterbacks will probably be pretty obvious, and maybe we'll talk about that in some of our start sets. So please check out another redraft video for the QBs. But I do have a name for you guys, and I want us to be on 2 names. As a matter of fact, I want us to be on the watch for Joe Flacco and probably more so Carson Wentz, because that situation in New York, I'm not sure if they already have a backup quarterback or not. Like somebody to back up Wilson, because I know they're going to give the opportunity to Zach Wilson, but they want to win. They were planning on winning, and I don't think you just give up trying to win. So I think that they're going to be in the quarterback market to see who's available or see if they could trade for somebody low. But don't be surprised if they don't kick the tires on a Carson Wentz, because it may be one of those coaches there that say, you know what, Wentz has whatever the skill set may be. Wentz played terrible last year, but we'll see. We'll see. Just keep your eyes on it, guys. If you have an open slot, if your team is that bad, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind putting a Joe Flacco or Wentz on there. Maybe after all the waivers are passed, pick them up free and see if you can grab one of those guys and sell them off to somebody who may need a quarterback in one of these leagues. All right, guys. This is your boy, Raz Man. This is Dynasty Overload Podcast. Catch us again for the for our starts, week 2 starts. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me.